Hello, my loves. It's Miss Simpson, and it is time for math today. So today I am actually not at school. I know I'm doing a video, which is kind of weird, but I always record my videos the day before. But I am not at school today. I am out. And so because of that, I did not want you guys to have to do all of your math without me being there to help you. Because math today, it's again, word problems, multi-step problems, and they are a little bit challenging. And so I want to make sure that we can do most of them together. So if you're watching this video, please make sure you are following along with me because we are going to do a lot of them together. Now, if you're in another class and you are at home right now and you're watching this video, these are examples and you should follow along too, because this is really going to help you when you're trying to figure out the plan for your own word problems on your assignment today. So again, please, everybody, just follow along with me and we will get this completed. So today, just like yesterday, we are going to talk about addition and subtraction word problems, but with using the UPS model, but some of them are multi-step. So I just want to remind you that there are some key words that we use in addition and subtraction that tell us that word problem is asking for either addition or subtraction. These are some of the ones that you see on the screen. These are some of the key words that you might see in a word problem. Like the biggest one I've been seeing lately is the word leftover. That should automatically clue you in that we are going to subtract at some point. On this one, it's like all together. That's the one that I see the most often lately for addition. We also use the UPS check model when we are doing word problems. Now, not always am I going to have the square for you where you can fill it in by yourself. You're going to have to get used to drawing that square and showing your work. Now, this year has been a little crazy with you guys being at home, and so not a lot of you have been turning in your work or showing your work. You do it on a piece of paper, but you don't turn that part in. But I want to see how you're solving these problems, especially now that we're kind of starting to do some STAR prep. So when we do the UPS check model, we read the problem because before we can solve a problem, we have to read it and understand what it's talking about. Then you're going to think, what am I looking for? Underline the question, and what do I know? Circle the numbers. And then in the understand box, you're going to write everything you know about the problem. Then you're going to plan it out. You're going to choose a strategy to solve that problem. Are you going to use a picture, equation? Are you going to make a table, a strip diagram? Whatever you're going to use, you are going to plan out your problem right here. In this box, you're going to solve it and make sure you label your answer, and then you're going to check. Some of them I just let you say, is your answer reasonable? Tell me why or why not. Some of them you can actually check your answers by kind of working backwards a little bit. And the biggest help if you do a strip diagram for addition and subtraction, that's where strip diagrams really help you. It'll be so much easier to check your work. So right now, I want everybody to get out a piece of paper, and this is your assignment for today. We are going to do 5 word problems together. Now, I'm not always going to tell you the answer, but I am going to work you through it. So please get out a piece of paper, and at the top, I want you to write word problems. All right, so you might need multiple pieces of paper because we're going to do 5 problems together, and I like to have room, so I'm going to draw my UPS check boxes really big. Now, I expect you, whatever I write on this word problems page, I expect you to have it on your paper when I grade it. So go ahead and let's draw. I'm going to do 2 boxes a page. You can do them as big or as little as you want, as long as I can read your handwriting. But I like to do them big so you guys can see it. So I want you to draw your UPS checkbox, and then let's read our first problem together. All right. The Carlisle Sports Arena has 36,358 seats. If 18,764 seats are added to the arena next year, what will be the total numbers of seats in the arena? So I read my problem, and now I'm going to underline the question, what will be the total number of seats in the arena? Total shows me I'm going to be adding, right? That is one of our addition keywords. So now I'm also going to circle my numbers. So in your understand box, tell me what you understand about this problem. I understand that it has a total, so right now it has 36,358 seats. They're adding 18,764 seats. I'm finding the total, which means I'm adding. You write down what helps your brain. Whatever you need to remember, you write it down in the U box. Now, what I'm going to do for my plan is you can do whatever you want. You can write an equation. You can write a table. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to do a strip diagram because it is the easiest for me. So a strip diagram is a large rectangle split in half. The top is where you put your total. Do we know our total? No, we do not know our total right now, but we do know that they have 36,358 and they're adding 18,764. We do know those two numbers, but we don't know the total. So when I see this, I automatically know that this right here, when they are next to each other, you add. When they are on top of each other, you subtract. So with them being next to each other, we're going to go ahead and line up our numbers perfectly so we can go ahead and add. 36,358 and 18,764. I want you to pause the video right now and I want you to find your answer. Okay, so you should have paused and you should be unpaused now. So let's go ahead and let's solve this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. 6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 1 is another 12. 7 plus 3 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. I'm going to bring my comma down. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14. Plus 1 is 15. Carrying my 1. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. Did you guys get 45,122? That is what I got for my answer. So I'm going to make sure to label my answer 45,122 seats because it's talking about the seats. So what am I going to do for the check? I cannot explain if this is reasonable or not because to be honest with you, off the top of my head, I can't add those numbers. Even if I rounded them to 36,000 and 19,000, I wouldn't be able to do that in my head. So I'm going to have to check my answer. So what I'm going to do is, just for my own brain's sake, I'm going to write 45,122 right here. So to be able to check that, I am going to, I think what I can do is I'm going to take this 45,000 and I'm going to start off by subtracting this number from it, the 36. If I subtract 36,358, I should get this 18,000 number. I should. So let's see. I want you to pause the video and I want you to solve this. Okay, so you should have unpaused by now. 12 minus 8 is 4. I can't do 1 minus 5, so I'm going to borrow from next door. I can do this, and that's 6. Can't do 0 minus 3, so I'm going to borrow from next door. 10 minus 3 is 7. Can't do 4 minus 6, so I'm going to borrow from next door. This one is 8. Three minus 3 is 0. We did something wrong, friends. Oh my gosh, guys. I bet you anything that you guys caught this. And look, That's why we check our answers. I added wrong over here. I did 3 plus 1 and I got 4. It's actually 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. I forgot to add that. Oh my goodness. If you guys were in person, y'all would definitely have caught that. Okay, well now I know that this is actually a 1 because this should have been a 5 and this should have been a 4. Woo! Oh my goodness, I'm glad that I caught that. So our answer is actually 55,122 seats. So when I checked my answer, was it correct? No, but did I change it and get the right answer now? Yes. So we are good. We checked it and we're good. So with each of these problems, I'm slowly but surely going to let you do it by yourself. So this time, you are going to have to solve most of it by yourself, but let's go ahead and draw our box. U, P, S, check. All right. So our next word problem, if I can find it on my messy desk right now, says, Teresa bought 2 and 49 hundredths kilograms of mangoes and 2 and 9/10 kilograms of bananas. How many kilograms of mangoes and bananas did she buy? So I am first going to understand the problem by underlining the question and circling the numbers. Then I'm going to write down what I know. I know mangoes, she bought, and then bananas, my pencil needs to be sharpened. She bought 2 and 9/10. I also know that although there are no key words, how many mangoes and bananas did she buy? So it's asking for both of them. So am I going to be adding or subtracting? I'm going to be adding. So I know now I can do my strip diagram. Now, you, again, can plan it out however it works for your brain. I just like to do a strip diagram because it's easier for me. I know the total goes on the top, and I don't know the total. That's what I'm looking for. My 2 numbers that I have go on the bottom, so then easily I can see that I'm supposed to add these 2 numbers to get my total. So I'm going to line them up perfectly. Here's where most of you guys mess up. 2 and 49 hundredths. If I have my 2's lined up, you start with the biggest place value to line up your numbers. You start from the left and you line them up. So I'm going to line up my decimals, and now I'm going to line up that 9. That 9 is in the 10ths place. So I'm going to have to add a placeholder right here in the hundredths place because there's nothing there. So I want you to pause the video and add these 2 together, and then we'll check your answer. Okay, so I hope you unpaused by now. You did 9 plus 0 and got 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Add my decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you get 5 and 39 hundredths? We also have to label our answer, and that is kilograms. So up here should be 5 and 39 hundredths. So I want you, just like we did up here, you're going to check the answer by yourself. Now, I don't want you to write if it's reasonable or not. I know it'd be pretty easy for this one, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to actually do an addition problem, or actually it's going to be a subtraction problem to check your answer. So what I did here is I took my total and I just chose one of the numbers and subtracted it. So if you take your total and subtract one of these numbers, you should get the other number. So go ahead, pause the video, and check your answer. Okay, so you should have unpaused by now, and I am actually not going to go over this one with you because part of your grade is obviously doing it independently, and so I don't want to do this one with you. I want to make sure that you're still getting your grade. Draw your next box. You can actually draw your next 3 boxes because we are doing 5 problems. I'm going to try to fit all of them on the back of this paper. Woo, I made it. UPS check. All right, so let's look at the next problem. It says, if Chalandra adds 5.5 kilograms, where's my pencil? 5.5 kilograms of plastic and 2.5 kilograms of paper to the recycling bin, the total mass of the plastic and paper in the bin will be 13 7/10 kilograms. What is the mass of the plastic and the paper in the bin right now? Woo! So this one's a little bit more tricky. It's got a lot more words in there. So first we're going to understand the problem by underlining the question and circling the numbers. Then we are going to write down what we know. So we know if we have 5.5 kilograms of plastic and 2.5 kilograms of paper, the total mass of the plastic and paper will be 13. This is the total. Sorry, guys. 13 7/10 kilograms. So what we've got to do here is we have got to see, am I adding or am I subtracting? And off the top of my head right now, I don't know. I'm reading this problem and I don't know. So I am actually going to try and do, you know what? I think on this one, I'm actually going to do a picture. I was going to do another strip diagram, but I think I'm going to do a picture on this one. I think I've changed my mind. So I'm going to draw the bin. This is my trash bin. And I'm going to put 13.7 because I know that if they are going to put the total mass in the bin is going to be 13.7 kilograms. If they put, this will fit in a Venn diagram. So I'm going to say this is our plastic and this is our paper. So if they put these into the trash, the total in the bin is going to be 13.7 kilograms. So if I have, this is my strip diagram, I'm making another plan just to help my brain. If the total is 13.7, plastic is 5.5, and paper is 2.5, I need to know what else is in that bin that makes it equal 13 7/10. So this is a multi-step problem. So I did both. I drew a picture and I did a strip diagram. So if I have this, what is it going to be? How am I going to figure this out? So right now, by yourself, I want you to solve it. I want you to solve the problem. All right. So I'm actually not going to go over the solving and I'm not going to go over the check with you. So you need to have an actual addition or subtraction problem in the check and you need to have your solve written down and you also need to make sure you label your answer with kilograms. But I'm not going to do it. Notice how the first time I did all 4 boxes. Second time I did 3. Third time I did 2. This time I'm only going to do 1 and then this one you're on your own. So you should have already done that. Let's go ahead and let's do the next one. At the start of a soccer game, Akil had 1.5 liters of water in his water bottle. He drank water from the bottle during the game, and at the end of the game, only 2,500 liters of water remained in the bottle. How much water did Akil drink during the game? So to understand, we're going to underline our question. Circle our numbers, and then we're going to write it. So he had, his total was 1.5 liters. So he drank some, but we don't know how much he drank. And then he had 2,500 Ooh, this one's going to be hard. Liters left over. So I want you to plan, solve, and check this problem on your own. So I want you to pause the video, plan, solve, and check. One thing that I am going to give you a hint on is when you are doing your addition, subtraction, whatever you do, add a 0 onto the end of 1.5 liters so that your decimals line up perfectly. So go ahead and complete this problem. All right, we've got one more, and yes, it is kind of hard, but I think that you can do it. I am going to help you by circling some things for you and kind of talking you through it. Okay, Miss Keller spent exactly $3,132 for 2 gold rings from the choices below. Which 2 rings did she buy? So you have to understand, plan, solve, and check this one by yourself. So I want you right now, the video's gonna end, but you can pause the video. I want you to finish solving this. When you are done solving it, all you have to do is take a picture of the paper we just did together and turn it in. So take a picture of the paper and turn it in. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope that this was helpful. Even though I'm gone today, I hope that this helped you out and you're feeling a little bit better that you don't need me on help time. But I love you guys so much. Take a picture of that, turn it in, and we are done for the day. Bye.